Continue. I want us to analyze. All of you saw what happened to market 2 days ago. Some of our entry did not trigger because the dumping were so fast. So, excuse, I'm coming. So guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. Someone just came to check up on me. Understand? So now, what happened in markets some days ago? I was expecting a bounce up for the dump, even though all of us knows that markets will dump. You understand? But some of our trade did well. Some people got afraid and come out the market, but it's not in sure. So now, let's go this way. Analyze more on this particular market, TRB. This market, it hits first, take profits and started going back. This market is madly bullish. Like it takes this market days before it fall, but it can only take it just, should I say, 1 hour to go times three, like to move from this 36 to 46. So that is one thing with the market. So now, let's look at Matisse. Then what other things should we look at? Yes, Matisse and OK. That's what I'll be looking at this. We'll be looking at this morning. The way Matisse is going. You see, this has been our OP for long. Has been testing, breaking, but the thing is still holding it. Matisse is kind of volatile these days. Remember, we are using 2 hours time frame, kind of volatile. Then what will I do now? I already see that it's respecting my OP. So what should I do? Now, the market, we missed the market yesterday. We're supposed to enter the market, but we are busy trading SNS and TR. SNS didn't now move as fast as I expected. But this Matisse moved so crazy. You understand? So now, there's nothing much all of you have known about how I tapped out my OP. All of you knows about support and resistance and some laws guiding candlesticks. I combine everything. You understand? So now, this time around, looking at this thing, there is nothing much I can do here. The only to use Fibonacci theory to know where I can put my entry. So far, we missed this entry. So what will I do? Fibonacci theory understands demand and supply. That is what we are going to. This place we had a lot of supplies coming up here, but this, you understand. So now, what should we be looking at? We have already known that the structure of market is bearish. You understand? What we should do is to try to understand where we should put our trade. Remember, I always say it, when we put trade, we watch it, even if it trigger, or sometimes after my analysis, the reason why I do miss some trades. Yeah. After my analysis, instead of putting my entries, I'll just wait and be looking at the markets until you get there. The velocity that you use to reach that place will determine whether I should just enter. Sometimes it will just hit it and reverse, but sometimes it will hit and retest. Every breakout, there must be a retest. There's supposed to be a retest. Markets can be funny sometimes. You just start running up. There's supposed to be a retest. Then, in every retest, there is a minor retest. You understand? What I mean by every retest, there's a minor retest. For retest, like, should I say retest or trying to break out again, but falling back, he still came back. You understand this time? If this thing is not volatile, this market is not supposed to cross above this. Had it been I entered this market, my SL should be about 2 to 3 pips above this, which it should be around here, and it will just hit it and you understand. But not because of this thing that happens in market, you now decide not to put your stop loss. You know? Put your stop loss. It's better market kick you out with a loss and you look for a better entry than you enter and wake up tomorrow and see minus 50. If you close at minus 50, do you know the kind of loss? Imagine you're using $100, you're losing $50 already. But if you put your stop loss, at least if it's $10 or $5, you at least, yeah, if you go out, you can spend more than that. You understand what I mean? So let's now extend the talk. Now, Fibonacci theory says that so far you already know that the market structure is bearish. Then, if you will run your Fibonacci from up to down, that is from supply to demand. You understand? Then, if it is bullish, you run your Fibonacci from demand to supply. So here is our supply had the last demand, the last bit. So I'll be putting it, I'm using my PIP because why I'm using my PIP is because I'm using this thing in OB for my analysis. In OB week, sorry, did I say sorry? I'm using my week because I'm using OB and in CMC, OB counts. Support and resistance will tell you OB does not count, that you put your support and resistance at the middle of OB, not at the body, in the middle of the week, not at the body sharp. But they will tell you, but you understand that most time what hits stop loss is that week. That week is very powerful. Right? So I fear it more than normal body. You understand? So now, what is I'm making use of, Fibonacci theory 0.6 something is very important. 0.5 is a very strong resistance or support. Then 0.78 is also very important. Now, if had it been the market stand, this is where we are looking at. But currently now, I'm marking out my entries at 0.78 and 0.5, 0.5. So now, what will I do now? What I need to do is my stop loss will be about 2 to 3 pips above one. Above one. So like this is where one is 0.3, 0.8347, 0.83, like 3, 3, 4, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6. So now this is where I will put my stop loss. But there is nothing harmful if I put it above this one. So I'm just trying to minimize the loss possibly have if markets try to or trade. So now I'll bring my entries. I'll bring my entries now. Now, some people I already know from Fibonacci theory, I already know that some people will enter the market at 0.79. Yes. The market, there's every possibility for the market to reverse at 0.798. But if the market reverse, they will enter first entry. You understand? Then second entry, wait for this. That is what we are going to wait for. So that is it for now. So that is for our maths. So now maths. That's for our maths. Then if you are still using OP to do the analysis, remember this line is your OB. This is your OB 0.82. Then remember this is another OB. Doji. That is 0.8. It's still within our range using Fibonacci theory. So let's go back to OPE. Now, OPE, some people were complaining that OPE hit their stop loss. I did this analysis yesterday. When I posted it, people were like, it will not hit entry. Well, it's not my markets that hit entry, but there's some things I look at. Now, if I'm looking at OPE now, sorry, OP. Now, this particular candle is our OB. You understand? This particular candle is our OB. And see what's happening. The market is getting close to OP. There's every possibility to say this thing will just shoot up a little. It will just shoot up a little and bam, that is all. You understand? Shoot off a little and pick that entry. Pick that entry. Now, so now, this is our entry where I expected it to come last. That is 1.1 distance, 1.19. So normally I use my 2 hours time frame to see a clear view. Then now what will I do? I will run my Fibonacci theorem from here down. So now okay, let's pick it from here. Now Fibonacci theory, this is our 1, our 0.5. That is still within the range I told you that it can go up and pick an entry. This is 0.7. This is another trader 1.249. 1.249. Then see our entry. Our entry is 1.199. So now, if the market pick this entry here, there's every possibility, this particular entry, there's every possibility to start going down. But if the market can still shoot with a weak, that is trying to go for a liquidity grab to hit this level. This level now is pointing at OB. That is why I put my entry here. This is my OB. It's pointing at my OB. You understand? So pointing at my OB, I put my entry here and I'll wait for here. If there's any reaction of rejection here, there's every possibility I enter a trade here. Understand? I'll enter a trade here. But if the candle starts forming, keep on forming like this, I know that yes, it's bullish to go. You understand? So that is all we have for today. We'll be looking at it for the meantime. Good for our interest. We don't force market. The other day we entered ZRX and we are looking at one other coin. I've forgotten the name for it. We are still waiting for entries. Analysis I did it when before I go to bed. So this analysis, everybody knows I just use normally I use 4 hours time frame to draft it out because BTC was just playing one kind game. Let me show you how I trapped this my OP out. I drafted my OP out using one of the lows of the long leg dodging. Yeah. I'm forgetting names of candle, but I know whenever I see it, I know the value, I know the work. So that's where I draft my OP. And you see how the candle, the market respected it. The reason I put my entries here is because of this. I had to bring my entry down because I was expecting this to use a week and push down before going up. Then targets where I targeted BTC to reach before going down again, at least 20, 2,500. You understand? 2,500. So let's just kind of use, should I say, Fibonacci theory to see if there's some one serious sheet showing us. So now, okay, you see that 0.5 is telling us that it should be up to 2,700. Then 0.7 saying that the highest you supposed to go to respect it is 21,300. So guys, let's just be looking at BTC. Just know it. Fibonacci theory shows that BTC has the probability of going up a little to 2,700 or 21,300. So let's be careful and know how we put our entries. You know, don't let's avoid CMP entries because BTC is kind of looking bullish minor. You understand? So thank you guys. Let's continue. We learn every day. You understand? That is all for now. If there's any other information, I'll discuss it with different books. All of you have different books. So wait for your own. You can't do it for me, no, you know.